Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, I would like to welcome everyone who has joined this webinar on behalf of 63 Moons. So the webinar is, we are conducting this webinar with the intention to show you how Protector is now Protector Pro. I have with me, so my name is Mithun and I have with me Chetan Kumar Upadhyay and Ram Subramanyam. They will be taking over and conducting this webinar. So, Chetan, I hand it over to you to take it from here.
Thank you, Mithun. Welcome, everybody. This is Chetan Upadhyay from 63 Moons. Okay, today we are having the session for the Protector Pro. Actually, we were planning something more new requirements as per the market, the new features or the requirements as in when we get in the market to bring in the new business. So in that streamline, we were also planning the what the market requires, what are the new demands where the people are facing problem and they require something where that they can do the have the ease of business. So in that streamline, we have brought in this Protector Pro, and there are some salient features, and I will just let you give you the glimpses of that all things. So fine, let us start. So first, most important thing as our market is see everybody is having information about the interoperability and the functions of the same. But in the case of RMS, where we have a mid office, and in that, if this function works out, and if something is provided on that grounds, it will help us a lot to handle the margins, the positions, the penalties, and all the other market requirements. So this is the one of the best thing which has been introduced in the system, and it has been handled by across all the exchange seamlessly. And you just have to select your designated clearing corporation, whichever you have selected with the exchanges, corporations. Second thing is it supports both NCL and ICCL clearing corporation, both BSE and NSE. As of now, we are having only two things for the Interop. So in future, if other exchanges are being introduced, that can also be very well managed and be added without any problems and with the very smooth and ease working. Then going ahead with the market preferred clearation, that is clearing corporation. As per the preference of the market, we see the NCL is more being preferred by the people, wherein they get special facility plus they are having maximum of the things are volatility, businesses, and all those things have been very much be utilized. And we know very well that volumes are also very high in this exchange. So relatively, that supports both the exchange and preparation, or is also been given wherever whichever exchange you have selected, corporation you have selected, on that grounds you can work very smoothly. You can monitor the limits till the expiry. In the system, we have maintained in such a way that if any positions is been taken in drop facility, then we can have the position of the clients both the way of any exchanges in a very seamless way, and until the expiry you will be able to sway. Going ahead, we have the keeping tracks of the trades and positional of the ordinary. Now, this is a big challenge, actually, we can say, because when we are merging all the trades into one clearing corporation, that jumbles all the exchanges together. So, in this, you have to keep a track of actually in which exchange this trade has been occurred. So we are keeping the track of that also, and we provide the reports against that also. Okay, this particular trade has been executed in this exchange, and the opposite position has been exchanged in some other exchange. Monitoring consolidated trades, position margins, and M2M in clearing corporation. As we have right now the in Protector, where we are having the all these facilities of trade positions. Similarly, all the things have been considered for the interop facility also. So in Interop, there is nothing as such where you can see that ये वो उसमें था और इसमें नहीं है. So It is not that, it is more addition to whatever you are using actually, or you might have not used, or even you want to look at it, and means it gives total positions of consolidated trades, positions, all the positions of the all the clients, even margins and shortfalls, everything. You get very much comprehensive details at the EOD, because at the last moment we are having the panic situation where this is the position, whether the M2M is correct or not, whether these things are being considered or not. So in that case, all the things are taken in the time immediately, and you don't have to worry. You just have to watch till 3:30 whether your things are working as per your planning and as per your thoughts. The real-time calculation and updates. It's the real-time calculation as we have. Plus, in Protector Pro, that the same process has been maintained, and the facility same is been provided in Interop also. So having the Interop facility, it makes very easier for all the person members using it, that things have been managed by the system itself, and you just don't have to worry of the real-time calculations, or what will be the margin, or whether the cross is been considered or not, and all that part. Okay, interoperability allows to generate margin benefits and netting of the position of the multiple exchanges. As I have said, the netting of the positions are also considered. Let us assume that if any position is been taken in BSE, and you are closing that position in NSE, that in that case, this both the trades are being considered, and the margin benefits are netted off, and you get that margin facility, and that much amount of margin has been released, and you get the additional position wherever you can have it. The cross margin benefit also same what we have explained earlier. Exchange wise position limit monitoring and alert violation. See, alerts and exchange wise position. Exchange wise position is in the sense where the exchange you have, what the position you have taken, whether it is BSE, NSE, or any other exchanges. You can always monitor that thing even in the Interop facility also. So you will have a very clear picture as an individual exchange whether your limits are is okay, and in case of the Interop, you are also having covered all the things like margins, shortfall, exchange requirement, or whatever you have to make in advance, whatever payments and all. So that is also been considered. Alerts and violations. Alerts are the things which we really require in the market, where the market is so much volatile and the movement is so high. In that case, it becomes very difficult to control and watch each and everything. So in that case, alerts is required, which we have already incorporated in this. And there are many different types of alerts where you can select as per your choices. Okay, whether you want to go for position wise or script wise or any other ban script violations, or a lot of things are there. So these all things have been considered for this also. Support choices of clearing corporation option for settlement. As individual member, if you select NCL or ICCL, it supports system supports that you can settle with any of the two, whichever you like. Real-time monitoring of margin, M2M positions, and CC level and exchange level. So clearing corporation level plus you have the exchange level. So both of the things you can monitor at a time, where the margins and M2M and positions are taken by the clients, providing the summarized and detailed margin M2M and position. The similar way as we have incorporated for the Interop also, where the summarized position, you if at the last moment you want to see what is the net position I am getting as per the my Interop facility, or as per my clearing corporation settlement, and I want to reduce or increase, or where you have an leverage, okay, where I can still take the additional position also. So that all things are be it is very easy to use and have the glimpses at the time immediately. Peak margin. This is the one of the big things which has happened in the market. Actually, peak margin, and in this Protector Pro, we have already incorporated all the peak margin requirements. It can handle easily all the applicable margin sent by the exchanges. So real-time snapshot, what we get, you just have the things, all that files has been uploaded in the system. You get the real-time margin of the peak, whatever exchange has been set with us. So it is very easy, and at that moment, immediately you will have in a single screen itself what is the peak margin and what is the margin applicable as of now, and what is the total collateral having with us of the client. In that case, it becomes very easy to control, where you know if any shortfall is generated or any other requirement is there, or still we can have additional positions. Max applicable margin is considered as the peak margin. See, this max applicable margin is the thing where our system itself calculates the margins and it shows the peak. And the peak margin is also the peak margin where you can get from the file also. So both the things have been provided, whichever way you want to go ahead. Monitor peak margin in intraday client basis and at the consolidated level. There are the multiple things where you can do in the peak margin. We have provided a lot of reports and many other requirements as per the market demand. So the consolidated level is there, wherein you want to see for a client having him traded in multiple exchanges, and if you want to see what is the total peak margin of the client, including after calculating all the exchanges, you come to know. Yes, this is the consolidated max margin which is required. There is a peak margin is required. So whether we are covered or not. It calculates the peak margin on family and displays the collateral utilizations also. Similarly, on the family grounds also, you can have the peak margin calculation, where you have positions in some other client account and you have collaterals in a different account. It is a family account, but the positions are different. You can take it in the grounds of summarize positions, where you can get the family wise position. You can see after the consolidating the stock of or collateral of the client A and positions of the client B, whether we are covered or not. And if anything can be moved or shifted from one account to other, then it can be done very easily. Calculation of peak margin in real across all segments. Each and every segments are segregatedly, separately calculated on the trade basis. So whatever the segment it may be, the peak margins are calculated on the segment wise. And on segment grounds, we will come to know individual segment, where if client is doing some trading in some other exchanges like let us say future and options, or having other currency or something like that. In that case also it has been considered. The live nature of peak margin calculation helps the compare available collateral. As I said, the collateral and controlling the system in the consolidated basis, in the family basis, even the individual basis, including all the exchanges, and having look at the segregated exchange wise also. Everything has been considered along with the collaterals and shortfalls. What is the percentage you utilize, and what will be the further you can have the additional position if any additional collaterals or margins we have with us. So going ahead, still there are many things. We can have the upload of the snapshots, all the files you can upload in the system. You get the real-time margin. Whatever peak margin is there, it will be displayed on the screen. Plus provides support where the maximum applicable margin along with the various other margins can be used, as we have giving the other margins also together. You can always view on the screen. This is the maximum margin, plus this is the peak margin, plus again you what are the grounds on which the maximum margin is being considered, and that displaying the M2M delivery margin, your span or your var or everything, all the things have been considered. Other consolidated peak margin is provided for all the exchanges, cumulative and segregated both. Comparison of the available collateral with the peak margin, which shows the excess shortfall status. Yeah. So when we get the peak margin, we know the total position. This is the margin is been required from the clients, and if the collateral is short, you can immediately call to the clients and have a control on it. Plus, we have the percentage level wherein if any person is even during the market hours breaches or even reaches near the benchmark what has been decided by you, on that ground also you can act immediately. And other facilities like emails and all are also been incorporated in this, so that you can directly contact your client and proceed with the collections or any reducing the positions. So this is how the screen is, where in the Interop you have a single client having the peak margin shown over here. You have all the total margins, M2M premium option, your exposure margins, initial margins, even your total collaterals or any types of collateral, that is if it is ledger balance or cash and cash equivalent or All the things are being incorporated in single screen for a single client. So in a single glance itself, you will have to know all the things. Moreover, you can add an new client column also, where you can see the what is the shortfall percentage. So still there are other fields are there, but as per the shortage of the screen availability, we have shown you the priority basis on the peak. So all the things are being incorporated in this for the Interop facility, as well as in the pro for the regular client also it has been considered. Similarly, the other report, what I used to say that what I was just telling in ahead, that you can get the maximum high utilization. This is the high initial margin. High initial margin is the highest during the day, and this is the current margin. After reducing the position, this is the margin is required. Whereas what was the highest, this was the highest. So in this case, you can also know the what is my peak during the day. And again, this is the exchange segregatedly defined, that is currency, equity, FNO. So all the things have been provided in a very smooth manner, where it will be useful and very easy for you to see and have the control on the business. Similarly, this is the terminal wise, where the people are doing the arbitrage business. This is the one of the best screen where they will be very much helpful for them, where you can see the exchange is already been defined, plus even the terminals, what is the high margin, what is the peak margin, what is the current margin. So at this level itself we will come to know, okay, this is the highest which he has gone, and in that we will have to ask him to reduce the position or bring in something. So in this case, even terminal wise also you have the same facility where you can uh, do the arbitrage business very smoothly. Going ahead, now it is the upfront margin. Upfront margin, it shows the real-time calculation as and when the trade comes in the system. It shows the requirement of the upfront margin, secure from the penalty and fraud. The major advantage of this is the benefit where you get is the penalties, saving of our penalty. The upfront margin requirement shows immediately where you can get the collections, or you can have the collaterals or whatever your sideline, which can be incorporated immediately and secure your penalties. Again, this risk better with the real-time alerts. Alerts are also there for the upfront margin. Even for the upfront margin, we have maintained it. So if you are feeling having breach of some level of percentage, then upfront margin will be displayed immediately. That this is the requirement, and the person is exceeding your total position. Further going ahead, early paying is a process to fulfill the upfront margin and peak margin requirement. Now, the early paying thing is also been incorporated in this, where your file, what is the success file, has been received by you. You just have to upload. In that case, it immediately gives the benefit of the upfront margin. It helps the better utilization of available collaterals, and early paying factor of the risk management profile, hence the additional flow ups and downs are arrived. So, taking the position of a client, and if he makes the early paying, and that early paying success file has been uploaded in the system, immediately the system will calculate the early paying amount, and it will reduce the margin to that action. And plus, it can give you the additional leverage of having the where we have the 20%, and on that 80% is the available margin with us. So on that ground also, you can take the additional positions for the client. So that has been incorporated, like has been shown in this point number 2. API is incorporated in the system, where the success file is uploaded in the system. API amount is considered in margin and reduce the extent of the API. So that is what, as I have explained, the early paying concept is very much helpful for the controlling the margin and getting the additional leverage in the real-time business. The real-time calculation of upfront margin is provided on the basis of VAR, cash for cash segment, and initial margins for FO segment. This is the normal thing what upfront margin consists of, and we know it very well. But still, to make a clearly definition to you all people, that it is considered on VAR for cash margin and initial margin for FO segment. So with the margin shortfall, excess amount will be displayed in the future. As and when this file is uploaded, immediately the calculation changes for each and every field where the margin has been reduced, then collateral has been affected, and the total net of other things, whatever excess or shortfall has been displayed, or if any additional margin is there, that also been displayed in the system. So this is the what I was talking about, upfront margin. This is the total collateral what you had. This is the total margin, and this is the utilization. In that case, upfront margin has been this, where the calculation system gives it live to you. So you can also update the API success file. So all the calculation will immediately get affected and changed on that grounds. Going ahead, this notice API. Notice, as Exchange has discontinued this trade file concept, and now they are just directly giving the access to the server through API system. So this Protector Pro is already been incorporated with that, so you don't have to worry of any trades which have not come, or it is not getting the system updated properly. It works very smoothly, and through the access of Exchange servers, it directly fetches the trades. See that trades are actually not in the trade format what we used to get it. It is in technical language what they have kept it. So that has been incorporated in the system, and on that ground, system gives the actual position what we can see in our Protector Pro. Protector provides the trade file similar to the notice. Yeah. See the trade file what you require, that real-time trade file is been provided by the Protector Pro, and it has been updated as per the notice application. Uh, yeah, sure, it is through notice API only, but as per the notice application what we used to get the trade file, you can get that. Broker does not need to make any operational changes to existing process. Whatever may be their existing process during the day while they were using for notice application, there is no need to make any changes in the system. Just notice API has been connected through Protector Pro, and once it has been done, you are through. Your system will work as smooth as it was earlier. Based on the trades received on the protector base, help broker monitor various margins levied by the exchanges and underlying. So, as per that API concept, trades have been accepted, and once the trades are incorporated in the system work as the normal what you have right now. You can show you all the margins, penalties. Sorry, not penalty margins. Your collaterals, your shortfalls, all the things have been working as per the existing. Broken can monitor real-time margin utilized. That's what I was just informing you. It was real-time margin will be utilized, and what is the total collateral available with us, and all the things have been considered in the normal system. Protector notice real-time integration helps monitor risk, enterprise risk effectively. So once the API is done, your pressure on the head is already gone. That whether the trades are okay or not, whether it is coming properly or not, whether my things are not been mismatched or something like that. It is the real-time exchange provided system of API, in that there is no change or no intervene by any other thing has been done, and it directly fetches from the servers of the exchange. So you have to just relax. Your system will be the same. Your margins will be calculated on that ground properly, and you can monitor your risk on a real-time basis without any other glitches. Uh, Going ahead, margin forecast. This is the one of the again wonderful. I would say the feature which has been added in the Protector Pro, where the forecasting is been done for the positions taken by the clients, like in future what is there or what can happen, what will be the effect. Similarly, with the market volatility, margin for forecast is required for predictive analysis of projected for margin requirements. Now, what do you mean by predictive analysis? Predictive analysis is that you feel that, let us say, today is market bullish trend. Tomorrow, let us say some corona things have been given some big figures and all that. So you should be able to get your as per your information and as per your market knowledge, that I feel that market will go by another 10% or 20% downwards or upwards, whichever way. So on that ground, that volatility you can control through this margin forecast, where it will give you the total figures. Okay, how the on your prediction, what could be the margins applicable on the position what you are in. So in the evening today itself, if we sit and see, okay, kal to market aisa lag raha hai that it might go up for another 20% up. So what is the margin situation in my system, or what is the total major collection? So immediately you can look it in the forecast screen and keep the setting as per that. So you get the figures that tentatively it will be near 5% plus or minus, but it will give you the near about perfect figure where the margin requirement will be, additional margin will be required for the making to the payment for the exchanges. Future margin focus is done based on the following factors. Like, okay, there are the factors: variability of margin required in defines in terms of volatility percentage. Yeah, that is what I said. Volatility percentage of 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever you feel like, in the way of bullish or bearish. So options have been provided whether you feel it is uptrend or downtrend of the market. So on that ground also, it is very much helpful to get the proper guessing. Okay, but I would like to have the on the real time position what is the additional margin tomorrow I will be having. So on that grounds you will get it immediately. Volatility of script in terms of percentage as well as the value is considered. Value is also the additional feature which has been provided in the system, where on the basis of value, let us say today is the Reliance 2000 or 2100 or something around, and you feel that some news you have got on that ground, you feel that tomorrow it might be around 1900 or let us say 2500. What will be the margin on that thing? It's a ground of value, it's not the percentage. See, so on individual script also you can always have that prediction. Okay, after increase of 500 rupees in Reliance, what will be the margin difference and how much position I am having, plus on that grounds what will be the margin I will have to make tomorrow morning, make the payment for the same. So in that case you can get the many updates with yourself sitting on the screen itself. Going ahead, this is the screen where margin forecast is with the individual script wise. It is percentage as well as the value base. You have the drop down in this, and the fluctuation level. What percentage of fluctuation you feel like, and index movement, which is whether it is bearish movement or bullish movement. On that basis, the calculation is been provided on the screen itself. So you just don't have to take the calculations on paper and this and that and all. Nothing. Just see on the screen, you get immediately the result. Going ahead with the 360% grip of the risk with single screen monitor. What is 360 degrees? 360 degrees is all the circle what you having around you. So that means whatever movements like ban script, or you are having disallowed for contracts, or you are having utilization of margin, everything is been taken care of in single screen. So that screen gives you the view of margin utilization across exchanges. Okay, so different exchanges view on a single screen itself. Focus on derivative. Basically, this single screen is provided on the derivative markets. So derivative markets is currency or NSE future option, BSE future option, or MCX and CDX on that grounds. Violation control view across hierarchy levels at the different stages. Live contingency watch, comprehensive client monitoring. See, there are in a single screen, it's provided that this is the 360 degree. This means having the contingency watch is there, whether my things are being covered or not, whether I am not breaching any script level or not, whether I'm having the client in within the margin control or not. So all that thing has been considered. Even the current one contract, that is whether you want to include that contract in this calculation or you just want to exclude. What happens on the last day expiry day, we feel that anyway these contracts are going to expire, so there is no point in looking on it. But if you see including this near month contract for 11, it will see n number of amounts wherein the things are going to change today itself, and you know that these are things are going to expire. So you just want to, you don't want to consider and you want to exclude it. So that option is also given. On the expiry day, you can see the next month position of the client with the total requirement of margins and his M2M and all that. So that also been provided. uh, Quick glance of files uploaded in system. So what all files are uploaded, or you see later we are talking of the derivative. So derivative is based on the span. So what is the last span file has been uploaded, whether that file is correct or not. See, when you are guessing on the 360-degree and you see that, oh, this is the first file has been uploaded, whereas now the third file or fourth file has already come and you are not incorporated in the system. So in that scenario, your figures will change drastically. So that glance is also been provided in the same screen. Yeah. So this is the screen where you will be able to see this is the total of the NSE, FO, MCX, NCDEX, currency, all the derivative contracts, whatever standing in their clients. What is the and single client? These are the basically top, and still you can drag down and see other clients also together. And in this, you can see the what is the total collateral or total margin, what is the margin utilization, what is the position limit percentage. That position is also been shown over here, plus the ban or disallowed instruments or physical delivery. See, all these options have been considered. Whether if any client has traded and we don't know whether that is in physical, but in this system it will show you this client has traded and he's going in physical delivery. And if you want to reduce his position or collect any further margin, that will be very in handy things for you. So having a single glance of FO simultaneously, you can see in the other NCDEX exchanges also, M6 also, even in the currency, if you have any. So in a single script, you can immediately watch the things. Yeah, this is where we are having the things to be affected. In over here, you can see the last span file updated. So whenever you are looking at the screen, you will be sure that yes, this is the latest file. It has been updated. On that grounds, I have whatever data I am getting in my screen are the real time data, and then I have to act on it immediately. Plus the last trade time, whatever last trades have come for NSE, currency, MCX, and CDEX, all been provided. Similarly, the price updation, whether the price updated over here or of the what time, is it not that it should not have any delay in the rate? So even if it is that, then you will come to know, no, there is delay, so there is some changes. So again, you just have to check whether the connectivity is proper or not, whether the your broadcast is coming in the streamline or not. So these things have been really 360-degree for everybody, and it gives a glance. 360 means all the exchanges, all the clients, having all the positions plus margins plus utilization plus your ban thing, your disallowed instruments, everything in a single screen. So it's a wonderful things has been developed. You can also go through this. This is the new concept, VSA. Actually, in retail, people are having started this, but in our institutions, they are doing it very, very nice and very, very, very excellent way. They are doing this business. These virtual sub accounts. So virtual sub account basically see it. Let me read out this thing so that it will be easier for you also, and then I can explain in detail. It helps to register CP client, monitor risk at the VSA account level, that is sub account level. Asset management company can effectively monitor positions of the various desks executing under a single umbrella. And you can have multiple desks, but still under one group you will be able to monitor. Helps monitoring of the multiple portfolio managers managing schemes. And so we can get the detailed VSA wise margin position across the multiple executing brokers at the clearing member level. Now, give let me give you one glimpse. It is VSM is basically it is the account is been opened by a CPA, wherein CP will have his different fund managers, and they are having their own schemes and their own portfolio in their hand, and they are doing business as per that. So we'll be having the trades in that grounds, and but the bifurcation of the fund manager level. So a CP client can very much monitor in a very simple way, and he get the all the details of the performance of a single portfolio manager on the basis of what is the portfolio he's having and what is the level of business he's been doing with us. So you can have a to and fro things in that. You can also have the watch on the manager's performance, plus you can have the positions and his margins and his requirements and everything. both the thing together, whether that level of effectiveness of the funds have been done or not, whether my portfolio is being utilized in a proper manner or not. So that are the very crucial ways where you can see it is the things where you think on it, then only you will come to realize that it is like a chakravarti vyaj. Man, it's like a interest on interest. So it's a really very good options wherein VSA has been controlled and it helps the CP to maintain their manager level portfolios also. Only, and there is nothing much to be done. It is very smooth and very simple. You just have to create an VSA and tick over here that that account becomes the VSA account in the client master. Once that is been ticked, you will get the details of the VSA in your current screen itself, where the margins and performance and volumes or whatever all the things have been considered. Going ahead, this is the helps you to access terminal level risk with the terminal wise turnovers. It supports terminal wise online monitoring margin, helps number of member to monitor turnover position margins and M2M at terminal level. So it's something what I said earlier, like having an arbitrage position and you wants to see the terminal level, the whatever the turnover, what is the margin, what is the percentage of positions he is having, what is the shortfall, and so you can have a glimpses on the terminal wise detail also, so it becomes very easier for an arbitrator to control his businesses on the single screen basis. Going ahead gives you a better risk pictures with exclude trade feature. See, facility to exclude trade from specified terminal in case the member is running institutional or retail business together and would like to monitor specific businesses section. This feature allows him to focus on the area where active surveillance is required. That means in some cases, let us say, I don't want to consider the terminal where my own trades are there, or let us say institutional trades are there. I want to watch on the basis of only client level trades or retail level business. What is that? So, system has been provided in such a way that you can exclude that terminal trades and you can get your required concentration on the particular retail or your other businesses where what is the things are happening and what is the utilization of funds or margins or positions and shortfalls and everything can be considered, because it shouldn't happen that you are having multiple business on CP also, you are having multiple businesses on retail also. In that case what happens, all the figures are get jumbled, and when you look at the screen, okay, top are coming are the clients where are the CP clients only, they are the institutions clients only, where their major business has been of the institutional client where the volumes are very big. So the retail clients have been just in the queue, but it doesn't show on the screen. So in that case, you can just have this option, exclude the trade of that particular terminal. Once you exclude it, all the CP will be removed, and only other than that, whatever positions are there, other than that terminal will be displayed. So it becomes very easier to have a view of the retail as well as the your institutional trade. So this is how the things work. This is the terminal master. In terminal master, you have defined your terminal, and in terminal, you just have to mention the trades to be allowed or disallowed. Once it has been ticked over here, the system will automatically work without any other hindrances in between. And but still, your trades will be coming as it is as the flow. It is on the API basis. So it is not going to affect your total overall screen over there. But the only thing is that you can have a specific view that I don't want this terminal on my screen. Let me focus on this only. So in that case, it helps you out for having the better view. Yeah. So finally, these are the major points where we would like to have you think on it and work as per the requirements. Whether we would like to have your other opinions also on this ground or whatever we are providing in the uh, focus. So please give your feedback on this webinar. The screen on the screen you might be having the uh, pamphlets. You just have to click. Okay, Mithun, over to you now. Hello.
Thanks. Thanks, Chetan. Thanks for the inputs and all the details that you have shared with us. Uh, There are a few questions which have come in. I would request Ram to just go through the questions, and we can address those questions here. Ram?
Yeah, Mitu. Kindly explain about hedging margin, how to view the same. Hedging reports are available in MRB reports. There are one or two reports are available. Please get in touch with your support team. They will guide you to show the hedging margin. This report will be mainly used on that on the day of expiry, as well as spread benefit. Both the reports are available in the system that you can get it. Can data be put automatic by back office like client master balances, etc.? Yes, we can integrate with the client master as well as ledger balance or collateral. We can integrate that using the API. That can be customized. Is the application or in web based? Yes, eProtector is a separate application that will be monitored using that web based application, eProtector. Chetan, over to you. That suppose the yearly pay is made and the success file is imported, and after a while the trades are squared off, and how to treat the margin benefit that was given for yearly pay.
Yeah, thank you, Ram. So when success file is uploaded in the system and your trades, if any, only thing is that early payment can be done on the cases when you are having the position open. That is a short position, or if you have sold something on that ground, the early paying can be done. So once that is done, see, system will success file will get the total margin what you have made the early paying. On that grounds, the margin amount of the particular script as well as the other position are being adjusted, and it is been reduced on the real time basis in the screen itself. So when you are watching on the screen, you can see that margin is been reduced to that exchange of the early paying, and the total calculation will be rest as it is. It will come, and the calculation after the reducing of your margin, the collateral is there, and same way the calculation will show you. Yeah, Ram.
Yeah. Intraday snapshot files. Intraday snapshot files are updated automatic in system, and sometimes it is coming late. Then how peak margin will be calculated? There are system will compute a peak margin in two methods. Either by automatically from the system, and another method we used exchange file. Both the options are available. Separate MRB reports are provided. You can monitor in case of exchange provide delayed files. Does your system provides credit for sale in CM segment? At present, you only net off the open stocks. Stock uploaded as stock open position, but not providing the credit for sale. Uh, Over to Chetan.
Yes, sir. This is a very good thing, actually, good example, actually, where the system should know. So now, if you have an stock in your hand, that is a free stock. Free stock means you are having in your ban account or pool account, not in pool account, ban account, beneficiary account of the client, and you know that he clients has sold, had executed the trade, and the position is the selling position. Now, what exchange does? Exchange does when you do the early paying, and when the early paying is done successful, then only the market margins are being adjusted against that. Now, system is such where similarly we are working on the same grounds where you have the stock, you have sold position also. On that grounds, we are working that, see, system is working as per the exchange background. On exchange background, when unless and until you do the early paying of the stock and you get the success file, you are not going to get the benefit. The same thing happens over here. Okay, I can provide you on a customized base, but what will happen, you will having your own other issues generated. If client has sold off his position, then what? Again, the jumbling of your margins things will happen, because you have considered the selling and you want the benefit of selling without the uploading of the file, that becomes very much confusing for you yourself. When the position has been squared up and then the margin has to be reversed again, the your position again, the open stock has to be reversed. So it will be very much difficult for you, but still we can do it on the basis of customize if you require. Plus we are following the exchange norm, what exchange is doing. So we are working on that only, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Do you consider the real-time value of collaterals for determining risk? Yes, it is available. You mean to say that non-cash collaterals or non-cash collateral provided by the client that will be calculated based on the current LTP and provide the collaterals, actual value of the collateral. Yes, that is available. Next question, the 4 snapshots will be automatically uploaded for peak margin or we need to upload manually? Both the options are available manually. Currently manual options are provided in the current version. In the future version, that is automatically it will upload it. It will fetch the file from the exchange or FTP. That is automated. We will get physical settlement margin for in the money options. Yes, it is available. About pledge benefit, any file upload we need to do. Over to Chetan. Is there any pledge benefit file uploaded we need to do?
Pledging is as per the collateral that has to be done. In that also we are having two options, through the file or you can do manually also, where we have specified that whether that it's a cash collateral or non-cash collateral. Cash collateral means like FD, BG or something like that, what you are keeping with the exchanges, and non-cash are the cash which are you are uploading some stocks and giving the pledging to the exchanges. That also both the options have been provided in the system, but you have to upload the file or you can do manually. Both the things are there.
Yeah, thank you. We are using best and Odin and Need Plus. The deduction of margin will be applicable based on all 3 platforms combined, right? Yes, it is correct. We are getting the trades from the direct from the exchange. That margins are combined. At present, you block the VAR and ELM margin on stock sold from open position. Over to Chetan.
Sorry, come again, please.
At present, you are blocking VAR plus ELM margin on stock sold from open position.
Yeah, as per the system calculation, it is blocking the margin for the short sold position. Even you have kept the position open, and if you have any stock also, but still the margin will be blocked for that.
Yeah. Also the
Yes, Ram.
also
If
the
you
RMS. Yeah.
want to
Also
add
the
something.
RMS. The next question. RMS will be blocked at client level in any RMS software.
Yeah, margin will be applicable as per that only, sir. So it will immediately block the margin, and it will be calculated on that grounds only, and we will give you the real-time utility of the total margin collateral, whatever is been happen, and you get the excess or shortfall difference after that.
Is automatic. Next question.
For system, when you are executing the trade, it happens automatically. It works
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. Over to Chetan. The next question is EPI done at clearing corporation can be connected directly to Protector Pro on real-time basis.
No, sir. You will have to upload the file, EPF file,
Upload the success file, correct?
success file has to be uploaded.
Yes. Is there anything else?
Ram, there are a couple of questions I'll just quickly read out through. One is what Krishna is asking: is this application add-on web-based?
Yes, there is a web module is already available named eProtector. I think all the questions are answered.
There is a question from Mr. Bajrang Agarwal. Do you consider the real-time value of collaterals for determining risk? If yes, it is newly developed, because in the current version, the support team is unable to guide on the same. We are following them up since January.
Sankar, it is already answered.
Okay.
Most of the questions are already answered. Because collateral, again, I will tell you, collateral, non-cash collaterals are automatically based on that real-time LTP. Collateral valuation will be done.
Yeah.
Is the software on cloud? Yes. One of our site, we are doing UAT on the cloud. Over to you, Mithun.
Okay. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for the questions, and thank you, Chetan and Ram, for taking care of the questions. Please feel free to answer the feedback forms poll which we have just shared with you, and we will have someone get in touch with the people who are interested in knowing more, or you can write to us on the email address provided. You can, if there are any further questions, you can even send those questions to the email address provided below. We can revert to you on mail for the same. Thank you. So we'll be closing this webinar as of now, and we will keep you informed, keep everyone informed. Thanks for the participation here. We will keep everyone informed on the upcoming webinars, so that you can participate and show us the interest that you have gratefully shown us here. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Good night.
Thank you, everybody.